On this episode of JRPG News Update, Level 5 announces a new game, Marvelous announces many new games, and Nippon Ichi Software says Sony is a big meanie. First up is an announcement from Level 5, which should come as no surprise considering Level 5 only recently came out and said that all their new games would be coming to the Nintendo Switch, so we were all expecting it, but now it's official. Yokai Watch 4 will be making its way to the Nintendo Switch in Japan in 2018. No localization details have been released yet, but I can't see why we wouldn't get a release. Details are light, but the Level 5 CEO said that Yokai Watch will be getting a super high grade power-up for the Nintendo Switch, including some things that will surprise everyone. Next up is that's right, 4 new game announcements from Marvelous. The first is Bullet Witch, which was previously an Xbox 360 exclusive, and it will be coming to PC on the 25th of April, which is only a few short weeks away. Now you might think Bullet Witch is some kind of Bayonetta ripoff, but it actually released several years before Bayonetta. It'll feature a visual and gameplay upgrade to reportedly bring it up to modern gaming standards. They also announced 2 new Senran Kagura localizations, the first being Senran Kagura Reflexions on the Nintendo Switch, which will be coming sometime in the summer of 2018. It was originally released in Japan as Shinobi Refle, Senran Kagura, and is an interactive visual novel with branching story paths and some very, creative uses for the Joy-Cons. The other Senran Kagura is the remake of the original 3DS game. Senran Kagura Burst Renewal will be coming to the PS4 and PC sometime in 2018. It is apparently an extensive remake rather than just a graphical upgrade of the original 3DS game, and will have a number of new features and mechanics. The final game announcement from Marvelous is Fate EXTELLA Link, set to release this winter on the PS4 and Vita. It seems to be a completely self-contained story from the Fate universe which doesn't carry on from previous games, though it is set to include the largest cast of characters to date and will also feature online play in some form on the PS4. Finally, we have a bit of an interesting situation opening up with NIS America. While showing off their new game SNK Heroines, it was revealed that the physical version would be Nintendo Switch exclusive, while the PS4 version would be digital only. Yamashita of Nippon Ichi Software commented on this saying, "We're starting to do more on Nintendo Switch. SNK Heroines is not the only one. They support us in a good way. Compared to that, Sony is not friendly with small publishers like us. They just care about big Japanese companies. Also, if we simultaneously release a Switch version and a PS4 version of the same title, currently the sales trend 2 to 1. This was interesting to hear because Sony has had hundreds of small games and indie titles released on the PS4. I took this to mean that Nintendo usually does give social media shoutouts or small promotions for almost all games coming to the Switch, while Sony will usually have publishers rely on their own marketing to spread the word of their new game release. Yamashita later apologized for the Sony comments and said they are fully supporting the digital version of SNK Heroines for the PS4, and that originally the game was going to be a full Nintendo Switch exclusive, but after speaking with the developers they opted for a PS4 release as well. At the end of the day, I don't think Sony need to worry about developers and publishers dropping support. They still have the largest platform and not many publishers are going to just throw away potential sales. It does bode well for the Switch though, and it seems it's starting to become the Japanese developers' platform of choice for smaller games and niche titles. Now excuse me while I go and finish Galgun 2. So what are you most looking forward to from these announcements? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for liking, subscribing and sharing, and I'll see you all soon.